Hey everyone, welcome to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie. Today is February 16th, and I will be pulling our tarot and oracle cards for the coming week. What can we expect? I am using Dreams and Incarnations because I just kind of have a feeling about something, so we'll see what comes up with this. This deck can sometimes aligns with shadow work, so we'll see. We have Keepers of the Light Oracle. Beautiful deck. And the Light Seers Tarot. And we will finish off with Earth Magic. Stephen Farmer, one of my favorite decks as well. How is everyone? Hopefully you are doing well and getting through whatever February is holding for you, right? Yeah, it's been, so I'm on the East Coast in New Jersey, so it's been a big issue around, a big deal around here, right? The Eagles won the Super Bowl, so there's been a lot of excitement, a lot of hype. On Friday, there was the big parade through Philadelphia. So the card that fell out, and we'll go over all of this, is fire. Interesting card. And we'll see. Keepers of the Light Oracle cards. I have not used this deck. Everything is still where it should be. So I have cleared the deck. I have not used it yet. So let's see. So how is everything? Or you guys watch the Super Bowl? I will tell you, I do not watch. No, I don't. I watch here and there, right? But it is nice to have so much excitement in the area. Positive excitement, right? Especially since some of the energies can feel really draining. So let's see what these cards hold for us. You can see the cards are stiff still. They have been shuffled and they've been cleared and charged, but they have not a lot of movement. So I think you might be the first group to see these cards. Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. And I will read the book about it. I'm going to pull out our tarot. Well, let's look into these first. So, fire and passion. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can. Look into this deck. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can pull up the write-up about this card. Dreams and Incarnations. Let me see if I can find it in here. I think I might have it. And let me see what it says for fire. This deck does not come with a book. You have to download the book. And there's messages coming in. So, fire. Oh, this is such a beautiful card, though. And it says the key words are intense, frenetic, discontent. Fire represents intensity of passion. A frenetic fire indicates unfocused emotions or passions that can cause a general feeling of dissatisfaction. You may seek completion from an external source rather than looking within yourself to find lasting contentment. Do not burn others in your attempt to find satisfaction, but instead direct the fire towards personally satisfying pursuits. A controlled, steady flame keeps the passions burning. So there could be some elements or some things happening in your personal life that really kind of lighting you up a little bit, like in a way that could be, I don't know if I want to say harmful, but that could be a little destructive. So if you're finding that, right, take a step back. Take a moment before you act and just, breathe into your body. I talk about this all the time. Redirect. So fire, passion can be constructive and it can be destructive, right? We can absolutely go off and destroy something, or we can turn that fire around and fuel it, have the flames fuel us into creating something even better. And you get to choose. You have autonomy. You get to choose. And our next card, very interesting, Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. And it says on here, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. When we get out of control with our emotions, and we see that a lot globally, right? And maybe around your center circle, people are acting out of fear. And that's the truth, right? We're afraid of losing this. We're afraid of not having control, although we don't control anything. But when we're standing in our truth, when we turn the energy back onto us and use it as a catalyst to help us become better, to help us to release some shadows, then it becomes a really impassioned fire, fire is passionate. It should be passionate in a really good, sweet way. Okay, so this says, Joan of Arc was a medieval French peasant girl who was reported to have been visited by Archangel Michael and other saints who gave her information on how she could help Charles the Seventh save France from English domination. She was only a teenager when she went into battle for her country and won a huge victory. She was, however, later captured and burned at the stake. These days, she is a supremely loving guide to all those who want to stand up against the odds. She also helps many light workers overcome their fear of persecution. So, like this work, right, reading tarot cards, even now with the internet and with so many tarot readers out there on Instagram and YouTube and on their Facebook pages and Substack or whatever the other pages are, there's still pushback. There's still pushback. There's still a lot of fear. People acting out of fear and hostility instead of seeing it for what it is. Extended message. You are being encouraged to stand strong. You may feel unrecognized and misunderstood, but that doesn't mean you have to give up on the mission you feel called to fulfill. You must follow the will of your soul and exercise your leadership spirit by speaking your truth. You may feel as if you are on a battlefield, but this conflict will come to an end as soon as you stop defending yourself. You are not here to prove yourself to others. Instead, approve of yourself. Know that your angels are on your side and that heaven is thanking you for being the honest soul that you are. And we don't have to prove ourselves to anyone else. We are here to live our life and do our journey. And people who understand will understand, and those who don't. But we don't have to convince anybody. So again, this fire, this passion, we don't have to go out there on a bandwagon and try to force people to hear us. You find who you find when you need them. And if you don't agree, like there's a lot of people I don't agree with, I don't fight them. I just graciously go on my way. I have my own purpose, my own life. And it's not up to me to convince anybody that I'm right. And it's not up to anybody else to convince me that they are right or that I am wrong. And that's standing in your power. That's standing in your truth. Because after all, we're here to find out who we are. Right? That's our purpose in life, is to find out who we are and then be that person. It's not easy. But this is a lot easier than the journey for so many others. So I take this and I gratefully do my journey. I put my messages out there, and if it resonates with you, that's lovely. And if it doesn't, that's okay. You can go on. There's maybe another reader out there that you connect with. Or maybe this isn't your thing at all, right? So, standing in your truth and being authentic to yourself and who you are. Page of Swords. Learning, right? Enthusiastic. And learning about yourself. I talked about this in my yoga class this morning. Learn who you are. Become the student of you. Well, one light went out. King of Cups. I don't know why that light went out, but you can still see me. So, yes, so your job here is to become a student of you. If whatever it is you're interested in life, learn about who you are. And then those things that interest you are clues to guide you down your path. It's an amazing thing. So, you know, when you ask, put a prayer out there, or you ask for help or for guidance, right? And there was something online the other day, or a couple of weeks ago, and someone said, you know, I prayed for flowers and God gave me rain. And if you understand this, if you understand the soul and the journey and the communication and the connection, you understand why. You don't get the thing, you get the thing that will, if you appreciate the rain, you will appreciate the flowers that the rain brings, because the rain waters the flowers, waters the soil so the flowers can grow. So if you are asking for something, you're praying for something, you're trying for something, and it's not coming up exactly as you want it, what is coming your way? And if they are, say if you need more money to come in and you keep having unexpected bills come up, and you go, no, I want money to come in and not go out. So that's a sign where, okay, if unexpected things keep coming up, how can you start making some more money? What can you change about yourself? You're being asked to look at your personal situation. Okay, I think we're good here. The High Priestess is on the bottom. 8 of Pentacles. Look at this, right? 2 of Pentacles. Okay, we're going to stop here. So let's see what our cards are. 3, well, these I pulled out. These 3 I pulled out. The 3 are face up, 3 are face down. So the Page of Swords and the King of Cups. So pages, that's very youthful, and it's very youthful energy. These are the children, right? This is when we are kids and we don't think about anything. We just go out and we play for the sake of playing because it's fun. Not because we expect to get money for it, or not for any other reason, just because it brings us joy. So some of us are going to be learning to go back to that childhood where we didn't have to think about anything. We just lived life every single day. We woke up and we went out and we played, or we played with our toys inside if it was bad weather outside. Or if you liked, I mean, when I was little, we used to make little wreaths for our hair out of the little white flowers in the clovers. We used to do that. I was a child of the 60s, so we used to make beads, string beads for the love necklaces. So that's the stuff that we did. And it was just because, like, at the end it was pretty, but we just had so much fun in the creation. So if you're going to voice your truth, where is creativity? Where is your inner creativity? Our King of Cups, right? This is about love. This is about intuition. This is your inner self. And although the King of Cups is the most romantic of the kings, right? This is about self-love and how you love others. The more you know about yourself, the more the people around you will know who you are. And when you can love yourself very well, you can then in turn start to love those around you very well. And that's what we're here. We're here to love one another, right? We have the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles. Let's just pull these out. Two of Cups, King of Wands. Two kings here. Fun king, a romantic king. So the Tower kind of goes with the Fire card, right? Sometimes we need that heat and passion to burn down or to dismantle whatever it is that is not us, whatever we've been doing that no longer fits, whatever we thought we were supposed to do but doesn't align. Because as soon, and we can choose to start to dismantle aspects of our life or to step away from areas that you've outgrown. Because once you allow for the process of a new foundation, of a new way to live your life, and it could be something really small. Once you allow for possibility that we're not stuck in this, we have autonomy, we can choose, then the world opens up. Then abundance is there in all forms. Abundance of love, abundance of money because we need money, of material wealth because we need that, and abundance of relationships, right? The King of Cups is all about relationships, abundance of knowing who you are. Page of Swords, being the study of you. Everything starts to open when we stop resisting. Two of Cups, right? And the King of Wands. And some of you, there are new relationships coming in. And just look at the water cascading down. It's like rainbows, right? It's very colorful. Then the King of Wands is, wands are fire energy. There's a lot of heat and passion coming our way. You want to make space for that. And you get to choose, how do you want to love in this life? How do you love yourself? How you love yourself is how you love others. And if you don't have that relationship with yourself, you're being asked to cultivate that. Because ultimately, this is, and I say this almost in every reading, our ultimate thing is once you know who you are, and you don't have to know yourself 1000%, but once you have an idea of who you are, and you lean in and you start to listen to your guidance and your intuition, your connection to everything abundant, intuition, your connection to the universe beyond what you can imagine is out there. We know what the solar systems are and what galaxies that we have found. Let's not fool ourselves into believing that what you see is all that's there. You open the door to knowing the unknown. You're on the path to knowing. And once you do that, you know yourself. Then you start to voice your truth. You stop backing down and you start standing firm in who you are. And you're not bullying anybody in the process. You are lighting up the passion within you. And you are allowing other impassioned people to stand with you. Look, he's got the lion. He's very relaxed, right? He's got one hand in his pocket. He's holding the torch, and he's got the lion, right? So if there are any Leos out there, this may resonate. Right over his shoulder, right? We have that guidance, that strength. It's right there. It's supporting us the whole way. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Once you say yes and you choose things that are aligned with you, and once you start to choose you, abundance opens up. Abundance. Abundance is freedom. When you have financial stability and financial abundance, you are free. You get to make choices that you never got to make before. You get to enjoy, if you want luxury or indulgences, right? If you want to go on a vacation, if you want to stay in, you have freedom. But all of this comes back to standing in your truth. And if you don't know what your truth is, that's your thing to do this week. These are the steps for you to take. So how do you do that, right? How do you? Because it gets confusing. Same thing here. We get lost in the thoughts of our mind. So I'm a journaler. Most of you know that. So write down the things that bring you, I still got a pull card from here, the things that light you up when you were little. Like, what are the things like you liked to do when you were a kid? You know, anything, riding your bike, playing with your friends, playing, jump rope or whatever games that you liked to play. What things lit you up? And if you are into, and then what things interest you now? Like, I'm very much into astrology. I'm not an astrologer. But I do use astrology and tarot because they're intertwined as roadmaps. So if you're into, we got cave, sanctuary. If you're into astrology, go online and find your chart. And you can just type in, in the search engine, what is my sun, moon, and ascending? And it'll ask you for your date of birth, your time of birth, place of birth, and it'll give you your chart. Now, the charts are kind of hard, right? They look a little intimidating. And just print your chart out. And then whatever aspect in life you're trying to work on, whether it is relationships or whatever, just pick one. Don't pick 15, right? Just pick one. And so say if it's finances, then you would want to see Jupiter is one planet. You want to see what sign that's in your chart and what house it's in. And then you would just type in the Google machine so I'm a Sagittarius, right? For a Sagittarius, what does Jupiter in my whatever house mean for me financially? And then what does Jupiter in the sign of X? I think Jupiter is in Capricorn for me, in the sign of X. What does that mean for me? And do the study of you. Do the study of you. Okay, let me see. Does that make sense? Maybe I'll have to do like a whole thing about that, because it's a little much to explain. Okay, so cave, sanctuary. Look at that. Very soothing, calming colors. As the sun sets, the crescent of the new moon appears in the distance as this ancestral human creates his art, painting on the walls of the cave with colors drawn from earth substances. The fire warms him, the cave shelters him, and it provides a refuge from the rest of the world. With its womb-like structure, it not only offers sanctuary, but also serves as a temple that houses his creative spirit, which eventually gives birth to the physical form of his artwork. Note how absorbed he is in the process. He no doubt has prepared for this creative ceremony by getting the fire going, mixing the colors, and gathering his sacred objects. He's painting an image of a sacred spiral, one of the most ancient symbols ever discovered. It's been depicted in artwork found in a variety of cultures and occurs frequently in nature in exquisite mathematical proportions. It also shows up in burial sites around the world, representing the endless spiral of life, death, and rebirth. The grand and the complex mystery so elegantly portrayed in a simple circular pattern. Sanctuary. When you're transforming, when you're going through something, set the foundation first. Start the prep work. So if you are looking in, let's use astrology for an example. Get yourself a journal, a book to write everything in. Get a good pen. It doesn't have to be like an expensive pen, but a pen that feels good in your hand. A couple of crystals. Now I have today, I've changed it up a little bit. Green aventurine, pyrite, amethyst, and my clear quartz on my pendulum. And the pendulum has a little angel. So before you go diving in, right? Don't be the fire that just burns down the village before you get there. Get everything together and then create a space of quietness. Shut down your phone or put it on silent or turn it down. Physically take the face of the phone downward. Light a candle, get a beverage, some tea, a glass of whatever it is, a glass of wine, and then prepare yourself to write out whatever it is that you're writing out. And what if you don't know? Right? What if you don't know? Okay, then write down on the page, look, today's date, I have no idea. I don't know. What do I like? Who am I? I have no idea. You're not your name. You're not your body. You're not where you fall in line in your family. You're not your title of daughter, son, mother, father, sister, brother, niece, nephew. Yet you're not that. So what are the things that light you up? What are the colors? And maybe start with color, because most of us color therapy is a lot easier because it's a visual. So anything visual. So that is your invitation for this week. It's a beautiful, beautiful reading. I say that all the time, and I probably always will. If you want more information on how to book a reading with me, put a note in the comments or reach out to me. And I'm always here to serve you in your spiritual journey, to help you to understand who you are and what this world means. And until next time, I'm always sending you so much light and love from my soul to yours, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye, everyone.